Okay, this is going to be a quick solve of Dans La Poche. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is a Madagascar case where we have a load of bank statement data, so inflows and outflows of cash, and we have all these categories that have keywords, and there's actually a lot more here than you can see because of the wrap text. If you look in the formula bar, you see all these words, and we basically need to find which of these words appear in our descriptions to map the categories and the accounts. So the same thing with the accounts. And someone actually requested I do this case following my Regex course because it's quite Regex heavy. So first thing I'm going to do is get all of this data together in one place. I think the questions actually ask a lot about what's happens during a certain quarter. So I'm just going to create that. I'm going to say year for now of this. Actually, I can't do that because it's not a date. So I'm just going to say left of that 4 characters times 1. So that's going to be the year. And I'm also going to attach the quarter, so the quarter comes after. So let's go Q1, and then I should be able to just drag that down to get 4 quarters out. And then I'm going to say 0, 4, 7, 10, and I'm going to do an exact match or next smaller item X lookup to get the quarter. And I want to pull out the second 2 digits there. So let's just show you this individually. I'm going to say reg extract from here, and the text I want is dash and then 2 digits, so that's \D plus. So if I do that, I'll just show you, you'll get the dash, but I don't want the dash. So in Regex, if you actually put a \K after any part of your pattern, it will exclude that part of the pattern from your match. So I'm going to times that by 1. It keeps going to a date, but that's annoying. And I'm going to say X lookup that in these quarters and give me back here exact match or next smaller item. So that will give me the quarter. And then I can append that part onto here. So say that and a space and that stuff. And then that's all of our quarters. Now let's get the account and category out. They're a bit big. So we'll do the account first. So just move this stuff out of the way for a sec. So with these things, I'll do it on this one. I basically want to say text split this on comma space. Let's split it downwards. And that gives me all of the words. But I can't just search for these words in something to get the category because I might have overlap. So where I have visa, if I had like extra visa or something, then visa would be found within the longer word. So I'm actually going to, in Regex terms, put a word boundary on them. So that's \B for a word boundary. So let's append that to either end. So \B. And then I'll make sure I'm looking for a word boundary between those words. But I also want to be careful if there's any special characters in here. So if any of these had a plus inside them, which I think something does here on the categories, we have this canal plus keyword. Plus is a special character in Regex. So I want to disable those special characters. And you can do that by typing /Q and /E on something, like so. So each of these now is wrapped in /Q and E to disable special characters, and it's wrapped in word boundaries. So then I can make a full regex pattern by saying text join with a pipe, all of these things, and then I have a string that I can start to match on. And then I can do this exact method to my things here as well for my categories. So I've got accounts and categories, a regex pattern for each, like so. So let's do account, category, and I can say regex test this string for all of these patterns here, and let's lock it, and then that will give us trues or falses. I can then say filter the categories, or the account type, sorry, for those trues or falses, and I get what the account is. I get some errors here because of case sensitivity, so I need to remember in my regex pattern to turn it to case insensitive mode. So I have an account for everything, and let's do the exact same formula here, but we will move these to be these things, and we'll move the regex patterns to be here. And in this case, I might get multiple ones or I might get nothing. So in case there's nothing, I'm just going to put a blank for now, like so, and then I'm going to say array to text of that stuff. So if there's things with multiple categories like this, it gives me both categories in one string like that. So it's housing and household and utilities categories. And then there's one more rule, and that's if it's an amount in, then it's income. But an income amount could also be like rent, so it could be income dash rent. So let's say let A be that stuff, and then I'm going to say income be if that is greater than 0, do income, otherwise do blank. And then finally, I'm going to say text join with comma space, ignore blanks, income and expenses. So I should have everything that's income and the category. So I think everything's mapped now. So the rest of the case should now be fairly straightforward. So level 1, we just want to sum up all the numbers from a given quarter and then inflows or outflows. So let's do inflows here, outflows here. So that's just greater than 0 and less than 0. And then I'll move those across so I can do a bit more workings. And I'm going to say text after here space and -2. So text after the second space from the end. And then let's do a sum ifs. So I can say sum ifs. I want to sum all of these numbers up, and I'll lock this where the quarter, I'm just going to say comma Q for now, and I'll fix it in a minute. And then the next criteria is that is whatever it says up here. And then let's change the quarter to our given quarter and lock that to the column. And I think that should be it. I forgot to lock something here, so let's lock that. And then I should have my inflows and outflows for everything. Then I can say regex test here for the word inflows and case insensitive. So I'm going to say if that, so if it's inflows. So if inflows give me this number, otherwise give me that number. And then I want that over 1,000. And that should be the answers. I don't actually have the answer file, but instead I have the platform here. So let's put these in and see what we get. So level 1, all correct. Okay, level 2, we need to find out what the account is. So I can just say xlookup these things in the data here and give me the account. And let's put those into the platform. So level 2, they're all correct. Level 3 is just level 1 again, but we want to do it by account. So I'm going to move some of my workings down. So let's move this stuff over here. And this, I'm going to get the quarter there. This is going to be sum if the quarter says that. And then this bit needs to be here. Like so. So I have the inflows and outflows for the quarter, but I need to add one more criteria, which is that the account, I think, is this account here. And let's lock that to the column. So hopefully that gives me what I need. Let's drag that down. And then we need our whole inflows, outflows thing again. So I'm just going to copy that from question 1. And inflows, it's going to be like that. Level 3, and that's all correct. Okay, level 4, which category should be assigned to the values? So you can see if you set it up right, it's fairly easy this case. The regex, the hard bit, but if you know regex, not too bad. So look up those in the categories. Level 4, yep, that's all correct. How many transactions belong to the following category? So for this one, this could be in multiple categories. So I can't just do a count if because the category might appear with another category there. So I can say regex test all of the categories here for this string. And it doesn't look like there's any special regex characters in here for me. That's going to give me a big list of trues and falses. So now I can just say sum of minus minus. So sum all the trues up in that list. I need to turn on case insensitivity as well, which is here. Let's have a look. That's all correct for level 5. What was the total amount in a category across all dates? So I can just use this again, but instead of the number of them, I am going to do sum of filter. I want to filter all of these amounts for 2 things. So firstly, it has to be a spend. So let's do that is less than 0. And then it's the same as before. We're matching our category. I need to divide by 1,000. I think that's right, but let's have a look on the platform. Level 6. We have one wrong. Oh, it's calc error, which means it's 0. Forgot to add that in my filter, so I should do that manually there. Calc error is going to be 0. Oh, another thing I noticed on this is that most of the examples are wrong as well. So if I put that in the example's wrong. It's 4, 9, 12, not what they've got there. Same as up here. So yeah, the examples are wrong in this case, but whatever. Level 7, what proportion of total expenses did the given category represent in the given quarter? So let's just put that here for a second so that I get the full thing out again. I'm going to copy exact formula, and that pulls up my lambda file, doesn't matter. And let's put it here. So we've got our filter on. We just need to add like one more filter thing, and that's that the quarter is the given quarter. So let's say quarter equals this quarter. And we've got a calc error because there's nothing there. So let's add a 0 for where it's empty. And then let's do the same thing again, but for all expenses for that quarter. So we can remove our regex testing part. So that's all expenses. And then we can just do equals this out of our total. That needs to be a percentage to 2 decimal places. Let's drag that down. And then hopefully this is our answers. I might need to add a % sign to that first one, but I'll have a look in the platform. Nope, that works fine. Okay, so that's level 7. Let's do the bonuses. What is the total net cash flow across the entire data set? So that's just the sum of the cash flow here. And I need to divide by 1,000 and round to nearest integer. So let's do that. I've got a robot command to round, so that should be the answer there. Platform bonuses at the top. How much money we have after all transactions are made. So that's just going to be the starting balance on all our accounts, which is given to us over here somewhere. So here's our starting balance. Our starting balance over 1,000 plus the net inflows and outflows, which is that number. So that's there. After all transactions, an account type has a higher balance than all others. What is that balance? So it's basically I just need to check on these account types. So I'm going to say SUMIFs this where the account type is these things. And then I also need to plus on start balance. So which one's highest? It's this one. But I need to, again, divide by 1,000. So equals that over 1,000 and round to 0 decimal places. Let's put that in. Determine which expense category has the highest total spending. What is the total amount for that category? And I need to include the multi-categories here. So I think I had this in level 5. Level 6 even. So let's just copy the formula into here. So I've got that here. So I'm looking for the amount being a spend, and I'm looking for regex testing it against this category. So that should be our numbers there. Let's put a 0 in that one. And what's our maximum or minimum? 8367. So minus 8367. Let's let that whir around. There we go. And then the final bonus is on another tab for some reason. I think that's because it wants to tell you what the format is. So it's the same format that's given here, and it's just asking when the account goes below 0 for the first time. So we can say scan 0, all of these things, sum. And as soon as that goes below 0, we want a date, which is just this one. So there's the date there. And that should be it. So let's stop solving. And we have a full solve in, 9 minutes. Wow, that's... Oh, I didn't start the timer until after I'd done the setup. But yeah, with regex, this case is kind of easy. I mean, all of this stuff looks hard, but once you've learned regex and you know about the word boundary and disabling special characters, it's not that difficult. But you got to learn regex. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.